Okay, hi everybody. I haven't been on here for a while, and yeah, I just felt like I've just been out into town doing Christmas shopping like everybody else, and just look at my camera. I've been on here for ages. Okay, so yeah, the energy is really, really strong out there at the moment. Yeah, I've got some music on here, which is heart chakra music, and so heart chakra helps us lift our vibration. Basically, my spiritual journey is actually what everybody is about to go through in the next few years. So being spiritual is not particularly a choice. It's actually just learning to be in touch with your emotions, which is inside your body and connected to your soul. We have all been very suppressed for thousands of years. And right now, what COVID is awakening to our spiritual body. So I've had a lot of people, so, oh, you're very hippie, you're so spiritual, you're so lucky, so connected. I went through a big, big, dark awakening about 7 years ago, and I passed. I died. I had a heart attack, so I was remembering sexual abuse trauma. So it's very serious, very heavy. And the reason I went through it was actually to help people in now. I haven't spoken about this a lot because now's the time. So outside right now is very, very low frequency energy. All the masks, I don't wear my mask. I have asthma and PTSD, and I have trauma of abuse with suffocation. So I don't. But I can actually feel, even without my mask, when I was outside shopping today, I can actually feel the frequency of the low frequency, and it's going to come to its lowest peak on the 21st of December, which is winter solstice. And if I've studied a lot about physics, quantum physics, the third eye, all to be able to keep my sanity. So it's not just being a hippie and being spiritual. And I'm being this really, really serious because I felt this, and I didn't even wear my mask. I felt the energy, and I'm really, really concerned for people. So I'm going to do my videos on here and give you little techniques and guidance on whether you believe it or not about subjects I'm going to talk about. It doesn't really matter. So if it does help, get it out there. So salt baths. We need things to clear our aura space. We all have the space around our body, basically our heart, and see the ECG, and it pulses like this. This is called frequency. All of our organs hold a frequency, and we actually resonate a frequency. So now we've had masks, we've had stress, we also have trauma from the last, since lockdown, we all have trauma. If you don't want to wear a mask, you are all exempt because the human race has post-traumatic stress. The whole back subconscious, the 90% is trauma of amnesia of who we are. So you can use that if you wish. And I would encourage people, because basically our aura space has come down to such a degree that we are all carrying entity, parasite, bacteria, a virus, and we're not feeling well. Okay, and what happens is when your aura space comes down, you lose clarity. When you're not breathing properly, you get very confused, and you're very easily manipulated. I know this because I went through strong manipulation. I went through the system, the education system, the legal system, the court system, and I was very manipulated and abused, and I've been through my old childhood abuse trauma. I'm saying this, I don't really care about it right now. This isn't here for pity or sympathy. I'm here because I know this stuff, and I know how to keep the body safe, and I know how to keep myself so I don't pick up a virus. Now, I pick up the frequency as I just went into town. I've done a lot of soul treatment, a lot of work, so I know how to clear. I just came home and I had a salt bath, and I used frankincense, sage, and I ask anything to leave my body that doesn't belong to me. Any virus, entity, parasite, bacteria, the pictures you see they use as COVID, it has no nucleus and it has no soul, and it's attached to your body because your aura is weak. You've had a mask on. The way a virus comes into your body is through the neck. Wear a scarf right now. It's around the neck. This is the truth. This is the heaven and earth point. So I'm an acupuncturist as well. These points here is where they cut off the truth and you're covered with a mask. Okay, so this here is always wear a mask. This is actually, you can look this all up. Okay, this is where you will catch a virus, and this is where, when I do treatments, I expel viruses as well. I boost the immune system from right within the core in the stomach, and I'll boost the immune system so the body can release a virus or entity, whatever it's carrying. I've been doing this for 15 years and I had to do it on myself, so I didn't die again, basically. So I know what I'm talking about. And I'm really just concerned. I also can see children being quite distressed outside, which really concerns me. Children are very connected to spirit. They're aware of different dimensions, entities, spirits. They can see things, they can feel things. So if your child is reacting, it may be carrying something that doesn't belong to it. A lot of children not wanting to go into the shops, they're crying, they're distressed. And I know a lot of families that are having particular issues with boys. Boys' DNA is very weak. I did a study on this to understand why men are male perpetrators, because it's my history. And it's because they are more susceptible for carrying entities. It's possession. Okay, and this is why there is violence and abuse out there. This is about to change in the next 10 years. And so whether you like it or not, you're going to have a spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is that your body and your spiritual, this is our consciousness, our thoughts. We have no emotions from here. Okay, this is programming. Okay, and this is just, so we're awakening here to have an understanding of what's been going on in our body. And each cell in this body has an emotion. If you're not tapped into it, it's about to come up. This is why everyone is dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, breathing. With breathing issues is, obviously what's going on, but it's all in the chest. It's all to do, this is the access to the soul and the core, the stomach of what we've been digesting, what we've been emotionally and spiritually digesting for the last thousands of years, back to the Egyptian times. I do a lot of studies. I'm about to go to Egypt to find out a lot of information. Where do I go with this? So we will leave that for another video. I'm not going to really give my videos titles, because I'm just going to talk about, because I'm very guided as well. And sometimes all these subjects link in, they're all part of the same information. The human race has had, we're not alone. There's life on other planets. The planet is dying. She's had a trauma. We're all dealing with trauma. You can look into how cells react with trauma. David Attenborough, for example, says we're dealing with trauma. What we need to learn is how to heal the cell and keep the cell in a healthy space. And I've been doing this for years and years and years for my own safety and wellness and etc. And also I've had a clinic myself. I've had my own business, had a clinic in Harley Street. I went through the system where I nearly lost myself, my sanity, my child, and I came through all of this. The system is very corrupt. We have not the NHS, so to speak. It goes bigger than that, really. I'm not saying the people working in the system are aware of this, but if we deal with all the emotions, we do not have to have disease. Okay, which is an amazing thing that's going to happen in the next few years. Just get that step ahead of it. The symptoms of COVID are detox symptoms. I'm a detox trauma specialist. I've been detoxing liver flushing, Kambo, magic mushrooms, ayahuasca, all of this stuff for the sake of my soul, so I could deal with my trauma. So I went back I had amnesia for sexual abuse for 7 years, and I remembered it at the age of 35, and I died and I came back. So, and I learned this, and I have a purpose, and I'm here to help people heal and to get through this awakening. So, to get ahead of it is to deal with what is laying dormant within your body that you haven't processed in this life and another life. Once we get through that, all we have to do is heal every 12 months, just like nature, just like very biblical, just like Jesus tried to explain, but he got covered up by Catholic Church and things like that, so that's another subject. But basically every 12 months we are meant to be healing. But we're dealing with thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Okay, so give yourself a break. No one's on their own. We're all time is shifting really, really, really fast. You're not alone. You're not going crazy. Psychosis is, insanity to me is sanity, and sanity is insanity. Everything is vice versa. I do not believe mental health is a problem. Mental health is ability to see, feel, and hear things that make you feel uncomfortable. You're awake. Okay, this is why they used to lock people up. So this is all going to come forward, and I'm here to help. I'm here. I now understand the purpose of, I came here as a soul to understand and go through extreme traumas to help people. I had to go through a physical healing with my physical body, and I'm here to help people get through that with detoxing techniques. Because this is heaven and earth, and we're bringing heaven and earth together again and releasing trauma. And the way we need to release the trauma is enter the pain. I was told this by angels when I went to the gates of heaven, but that's another story. Okay, that's my video for today. I did that, and I feel I am a little bit kind of high, not stressed. I'm concerned because it's the shift of energy has shifted, and this is the new moon. There's going to be another big shift on the 21st of December, which is the peak of the winter solstice, which when we go from the summer solstice. This is why, if you look at all the dates where they've changed the rules and regulations, they've all done it on new moons, full moons. And if you think I'm a spiritual hippie, you know, there's people that don't go out there's sailors that don't go out on the water on a boat because of the cycles of the planets, because it's dangerous. Okay, so we are water, it's quantum physics, we do react to how the planets move, and they're aware of this, so they're picking these dates when emotions are high. Okay, so there's another one coming, winter solstice, which has gone from the summer, which is yang, to yin. So we're going to the biggest, deepest, darkest trauma that's within ourselves, and then we come up. So it's nothing to be worried about. It's just because we're being locked down, it feels 10 times worse. Okay, if we weren't locked down, this would just be purging. Okay, and then from the yin, from the winter, we go back to the summer. But I just want to let you know to be careful. Isolation is not such a bad thing. I've been doing it for years because I had to. But there's many different techniques to use. You can check my videos, and I'll do some more. Liver flushing, eating light. Just being careful what other people, there's basically very dark frequency, virus, parasites, entity, energy, and because our auras are low, this bubble is meant to be our own bubble. Okay, look after yourself. That's how you help others. All right, we're meant to not look after others first. It doesn't work like that. You have your bubble has to be nice and strong, like a balloon, and then basically any virus can come to you, and you can poof. It doesn't come in to your cell. Look it up. It's science, it's physics, it's health. You look under how a healthy cell gets things coming in. It's when it's really tight. When you have a cancerous cell, it's like this. It's all baggy and it gets attacked. It's literally what's happening. Okay, so really sending you lots of love. Okay, so the other thing is I'm going to do some meditations. I've got some on there already that I did at the beginning of lockdown. I was advised spiritually to keep quiet until now, so now I'm going to start doing videos again, and I'm going to do online healings. I do soul retrievals. I've done a lot of work online, and I do a little bit of work one-to-one. I'll be doing more once this is unveiled, but let's just do some deep breaths. You can all do this at home, or if you're out in outside doing shopping or whatever you're doing, you can just take yourself away, or sit in your car, go to the toilet, just go to a safe space where you're not near anyone, but go into a park. Take a deep breath in. Feel your trunk. So this means the upper chest. It means in here, in the stomach. You can't see my belly. There we go. This is your diaphragm, okay? So we've got 3 areas, one here, one diaphragm, and then from the belly button down, okay? The 1, 2, 3. When you're breathing, you need to breathe in all these areas, and especially when you're covered, it's very hard. You breathe here. And then what happens is none of these organs have oxygen. All right, so just take some deep breaths. The Om sounds opens the third eye, helps the throat, connects to here, and it pushes your aura field here, so you deal with viruses. It's physics, quantum physics, it's science. It's the same thing. Lots of love. Speak soon.